Okay.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could make it to the demo release party. I'll keep the introduction short. My name's Bobby Hopkins. This is the 1997 Final Fantasy VII, and this is the 2020 Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, the versions are important. The original is being played on the Switch, which has updated textures. It's the same game, but it looks a bit nicer than the PS1 version. And as for the remake, well, that's the March 2020 demo release, so things are subject to change. Now, with that being said, let's dive into the livestream. Here, of course, we start with the title screen. In the original, we see the Buster Sword chilling there. The additional credits were not in the PS1 release, of course. So we go over to the remake. The Buster Sword's still there, but this time, Cloud's got it. I'm assuming this title screen will be different in the final game. Obviously it won't have demo written there, or a purchase option. There's a little warning at the bottom saying this may differ from the final product, and that's an important note for this video too. Who knows, they could have switched some things around between the time this demo was made and when the game releases. But I'm sure for the most part, this will be pretty accurate. At least the details we're looking out for today. I always gotta invert. And here we go. They've added an easy mode for the remake, which I guess is nice for more casual players. The original, of course, was just one standard mode. The Switch controls are obviously just for this port. And now the intro. We see what appears to be stars, but turns out to be like Mako particles, I guess. And there she is. We get this cool zoom in on Aerith in the remake. Where the original just cuts to her face. In the original, she looks towards us. In the remake, it's the opposite end of the street. She starts to walk towards us. She seems much more frantic in the remake. The original, it's almost a casual walk. The angle changes here for the remake. So I really like how the new version handles this little scene. It shows the hectic nature of Midgar. Dude and Aerith bump each other. Dude looks pissed. There's people here, walking about. This guy's chilling. Lots of lights and sounds. People carrying on. This delivery guy steps right on the flower. In the original, Aerith just steps out onto the street, and that's it. Here, she drops the flowers, and her being the caring flower girl, quickly tries to pick them up. But that last one, before she can save it, is crushed. Tragic. She holds it dear, as if to mourn its passing. All kidding aside, this does add some impact. Definitely some symbolism. And then the zoom out. There's Loveless. Shout out Genesis. I like how the original takes you under this clock arch. The remake takes to the skies right away. Mako Reactor 1 in the back. And a nice view of the Shinra building. We've got these helichoppers in the remake. And then the logo. A more grandeur entrance for it on the left. And look at that bevel! A glimpse of the train. Then a zoom in. Here's the front of the train in both versions. Reactor number 1 again. Overhead view of the train, and it is so cool to actually see Cloud riding up top in the new version. Trains parked. And we got our two old friends, Soldier Guard 1 and Soldier Guard 2. They seem a bit more friendly in the new one, whereas before, they're keeping their distance as if they've had a fight at lunch. Soldier walks away, then hears a scream from his friend. Lights out. Biggs must have taken him out since he's already off the train. We see him in action in the old scene. Jesse coming in with that kick. Wedge makes the jump. In the original, they run off, but here, they confer with Barrett first. I like how Wedge hops over this dude's body. Barrett makes his entrance. And calls to Cloud. And here's our boy with the flip. Sticks the landing too. It's nice seeing the Buster Sword in the new one. In the old game, Barrett runs on ahead, but here on the left, he sticks around. And now we get to control Cloud. Naturally, I had to look around at all the new details. It's the first time ever we get to see this classic game from a different perspective. I mean, literally, a different perspective. We can move the camera all around and see the whole area. The next two soldiers join the fun. The remake's got a tutorial screen. It's got a lot of them, actually. I guess it's necessary, but slowed down the flow, you know? A level up in the two versions. And here's a little thing that makes a massive difference to me. In the original, Cloud goes through the station automatically on his own, and you continue on. But in the remake, you actually traverse through the station. It just shows that this remake truly is expanded. Here we see Cloud using Braver as a special attack, instead of a limit. We got some neat items to look at within the station. A Benora Apple reference, some bomb vending machines, Red Lord energy drink, clear icicle mineral water, a Shinra construction project, Shinra's logo, some ATMs, a train map and schedule displaying the different sectors.
Drop the weapon!
You got this.
Yeah, what he said.
And then we exit the station. Wedge speaks to Cloud on the left. On the right, he doesn't really have anything to say.
We're done.
And then Biggs and Jesse working on the door. Most of the dialogue has been reworked, so they'll say different words, usually getting the same or similar point across. So I'll not point out every difference.
Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us.
But here, Biggs talks directly to Cloud and asks his name. In the remake, he keeps the conversation with Jesse and even knows Cloud's name. I guess you could say he's got it memorized? Wait, that doesn't really work here. That's better.
We're done here.
Or even the same.
Give it a rest.
You'll keep us safe, right, Cloud? Wow, they've almost got the door. We're doing this. We're really doing it. Man, I think I'm gonna be sick.
So Barrett's off screen in the old game. In the remake, he's in the same spot, but you gotta go talk to him to continue on. We can finally see what he's up to over there.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
The door is opened and we're through. Barrett stops, of course. Wedge straggles behind in the new scene.
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
And then that classic pan up to the reactor. So here's another expanded section. In the old game, we're already entering that catwalk room with a T-shaped floor overlooking a 1,000-meter drop. But now, we've got some extra rooms, dialogue, and battles before that point.
Hey, Cloud! Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
Not so fast. We've got company.
Here's that hellhound of a guard dog.
Should be easy. Nothing to it.
And now we're in that T-floor room. You don't really get that sense of height in the new game. Maybe if I played around with the camera a bit more. I don't know. I'm not even scared of heights, but the original gives an uneasy feeling at this point. Either way, Wedge guards our exit, and we're officially inside Reactor number 1. A little cutscene here about how Cloud's been in reactors before because of his role as a soldier.
So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
I'm watching you.
In 3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
and the first doors open. A battle in the new game.
Door! Whoa, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Take it! Make it rain!
No holding back. See ya. It's over. That it? Then let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Simmer down, hotshot. Simmer down, hotshot. Simmer down, hotshot.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
And Jesse opens the second door. This little room off to the side in the original, it's not in the remake, though there is a closed door where it would be.
Security is only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
The chest inside is moved right by the elevator. Still a Phoenix Down inside. Now we speak with Jessie to open the elevator. She asks you to push the button outside the elevator in the new one, whereas in the old game, you push the button inside the elevator. Jessie mentions Tifa in the new game.
Not really my business, but are you guys close?
Tifa and I.
Cloud doesn't get a chance to answer. Once we pile into the elevator, the scene cuts to Heidegger and President Shinra. They're watching us on camera. There is no cutaway in the original.
To the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
Barrett's doing his little bit there.
While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me!
I really thought this part was funny.
You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
So now we exit the elevator, and this room's set up a bit different. We still have that big tank thing in the middle. You can't climb it in the remake. Not that there was ever any reason to begin with, but that tank is where the sentry rays roost at and shoot you.
There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah!
Should have asked for more money.
Here's an enemy comparison between the two versions. Also, Barrett joining the party at this point is accurate to the original. After the fighting and extra walking, we reach the stairs. They're a lot less steep than the new game, and it seems Shinra bumped up security. We now have lasers to surpass.
But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah, figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me. Come on then. Pretty easy, right? Phew. Well, I'm glad that's over with. And we're almost at our objective. Look. They don't call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
And now we meet the Sweeper. Gotta say, it's a bit more intimidating in the remake. Here's the old versus new. Boom, Sweeper's been swept.
What are you, 20-something?
First.
Huh?
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that'd make you a 1-year-old, huh?
Now we continue on into this tunnel. When I first played this a long time ago as a kid, that tunnel exit, or pipe or whatever, looked like a giant leather wallet Cloud's walking out of, and I've never been able to unsee it. No jump in the new game, but here, we speak with Jesse. We get a view of the bottom in the new one.
That's our target, the reactor core.
And Jesse actually says something that's not telling you how to use a ladder. In this specific section, I actually like how the original did it better than the remake. It really feels like you're on an unconventional path in the old game, like a spy crawling through the vents. I like the beams and pipes suspended from the ceiling, even if it doesn't really make sense that ladders are connecting them. In the remake, it didn't feel sneaky, just a different path. I'm curious how certain other sections will be portrayed in the remake, like climbing the wall or the train graveyard, and the battery or the clock. To me, it was mind-blowing how you traverse these pre-rendered backdrops.
Heads up, boys. The end's in sight. Leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
So this is where Jessie stays behind. And again, she gives you something other than a ladder how-to.
Not that way. Down the ladder, dummy. Go on, shoo!
Good old shit.
They sure won't.
That's that.
Fuck on this! See ya! You think if we fell in, we'd sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
No, the pump would suck us back up.
How comforting.
A save point in the original. We're not saving today in the remake, of course, since it's only the demo, though I am curious to see if there will be save points, or if it's all autosave, or even a mix of both like in Kingdom Hearts 3. So we can see the Mako pool very clearly in the remake. We're looking pretty high up still in the old game. The door, that I'm guessing is the typical entrance to this room, you can't go through it in either. And here we go. Let's finish the job.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job!
Cloud hears a voice in the old, and sees a feather in the new. You all know where that feather's from.
What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
So the timer's a bit interesting. You get to choose either 20 or 30 minutes in the remake, but in the original, it's 10 minutes. No more, no less. It's funny, because I finished in less than 10 minutes in the remake, but we don't have that option. So here's 30 minutes.
Huh. That long enough for you?
And even better, here's 20.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
And out of nowhere, that giant mech, Scorpion Sentinel. Barrett notices it in the original. In the remake, it's Cloud, with Barrett thinking Cloud's trying to pull something.
Heads up!
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating.
Cloud says we need to use lightning magic on it. He only has fire. In the original, Cloud has ice and bolt at this point. It's Barrett in the remake who has thunder equipped. And no magic in the original. Scorpion can now pick you up, which honestly is just scary.
Must be strong. They can pick you up.
Here's the tail laser. In the original, it acts as a counterattack, but now it poses a serious threat. We've got to take cover, or else we're done for. Here's Cloud dying in both.
You really gonna make me deal with this on my own?
And then the Phoenix down. And here's game over in both. Cloud's even aware of it in the remake.
Game over.
We also get this little info screen. I'm not sure if anyone else found this battle difficult, but he killed me twice in the demo. So I'm glad to see there will be at least some level of difficulty in this game. Let's get back on track. Limit break time. We still got that rainbow in the menu. so that's cool. Barrett has Big Shot in the old, and Fire in the Hole in the new. And Cloud, Braver in the old, and Cross Slash in the new.
Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius? Any last words?
And finally, the final blow.
Shit, the bomb!
30 minutes until detonation.
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Now we need to escape, and fast. Here, Cloud fights 2 Mono Drive.
It's over. You okay?
Jesse gets trapped. Cloud helps out.
My hero!
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Come this way! This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably. We're running out of time!
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
Barrett!
I've got you covered. Find us a way out of here.
But then...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need. See ya.
Let's go. The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Got that right.
Fuck Did you see me in action?
Must have missed it.
And now the elevator. But first, a fanfare. Our timer's done in the remake, but we've still got a bit to go in the original.
Come on!
Doors open!
Bada boom, bada boom, bam.
We don't have a lot of time here. Pick up the pace, people!
So this part's slightly different. Jessie falls closer to the reactor's entrance in the new version. Cloud helps her out.
I'll take that as a yes.
And where she normally would fall, Cloud instead takes the hit, and almost falls to his doom. Jessie's impressed, as am I, and we run off just before the explosion. Here's how it looks if you don't make it in time. Really not much of a difference, but I had to test it out. Same scene in the original. In the remake, we just see the bomb. Both result in a game over screen, but it's interesting to note, in the remake, there is no retry option, only title screen. When I got a game over from the Scorpion, I had the option to retry. And the damage. You really get to see how catastrophic it is in the remake. People stop and watch in terror. Cars slam on their brakes, Mako shoots out, returning to the life stream. A large grid of power goes out. So the demo's over now, though we are shown a quick montage of what's to come. Jessie plants the bomb. The gang escapes. Wedge doesn't appear to catch fire, but I hope they work that in at some point, because that's one of the funniest scenes in my opinion. Cloud and Aerith meet. Cloud explores that Fountain Plaza, where the clock arch is. Then our ex-soldier gets ambushed. And by the looks of it, he decides to fight. So there it is, the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, alongside the same section in the original game. And I can't be any more hyped for this game. I've been looking forward to it since the PS3 tech demo. Many people had their doubts, saying it was just a tease, that it would never happen, that Square Enix would be incapable of handling a remake with respect to the original game. But I never lost faith. We've only 1 month to go, and things are looking beyond promising. So let me know your thoughts down below, or even your thoughts on this video. I had a blast doing this comparison. I knew I'd want to do some sort of FF7 Remake video, but told myself early on that I'd not like to do a review. I really don't want to pick this game apart with a critical eye, and most of my reviews start with a certain criticism I have, so I really hope I don't review it. A comparison sounds much better anyway, even if 1200 other channels might be doing the same thing. I'm just glad that this demo gave us a head start. I'll probably continue this after release, but my main focus, of course, is just enjoying what the game has to offer. Thanks for watching. Alright, well that was it.